So, we got the new project in the shop, guys. And if you guys didn't check out Ron's TikTok, or if you don't follow him on TikTok, Ron MF Maple, you should, because you will have saw a video of this cool project we got behind me here on his TikTok page. As a matter of fact, that video is right here.
Hey, loser, we're building shit that goes fast. I got nitrous.
Let's go. Gonna go home with us. Now that you guys watched Ron's famous video, I think it's got over like 1 million views or something. Him hot rodding our Chevy 6-liter school bus you see here in the background. I'll show you this thing a little bit. Obviously it's on the hoist. I'm not going to get in it. I'll give you a little walk around. So we've been looking into a ride truck project. I've been gathering parts for a year or so now. And I don't know, time just passes so fast working on this thing that I don't get the chance to do anything to a ride truck that I want to. So this was a fast-paced deal. On my son Hunter's birthday, I found this thing for sale. It has a 6-liter Chevy, 2-wheel drive transmission. This is a single-wheel bus. It's actually a pretty darn clean-looking bus for being around here. It's got a little rust here and there, but nothing too bad, really. As you see, you got that bow tie right there on the front. This thing has heat, has AC, has a roof, so you ain't gonna get wet if you're riding in this bad boy. And the seats have seat belts in them. So there is 7 seats in there right now that you can sit in. And because back here, there's a heater, and so they didn't put a second seat back there, or another seat, I guess. But we might do that. We might make it to where to haul more, but you could probably fit an adult and a child in each seat. 2 adults would be pretty packed. So yeah, I've been looking for a ride truck. The cool thing about these buses is they're obviously made to haul kids, and they're very safe. So they got rollover protection built right in them. Like when you run over buses with monster trucks, they just don't give. They just take whatever you throw at them and you bounce off of them. So this thing should be structurally very sound. Got the seats, got the seat belts. Like I say, got the bulletproof 6-liter LS engine that these guys are making like 1,000 horse with when they put a turbo on. So hopefully that's pretty reliable. This is actually 2003, so this is like an early LS. I can't remember what, they got a name for it. But these were like engines early enough that they didn't have all the emission stuff and they didn't shut cylinders off and all that good stuff. So I think this is going to be a fast-paced deal to get this thing made into a ride truck. Put some big axles under it, which I'll show you guys, and then we'll be able to haul people around, cruise in it, and yeah, hopefully see you guys at some events. But first thing is, obviously, got the rims and tires off already. Got to get all the stuff out from underneath this thing. So I cut part of the exhaust out the other night. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take the rear axle out of it, get that out of there, and I got leaf springs. Got to get A-arms out of the front. I'll show you guys a little bit of this. Some of it's going to be so hard to film. It's kind of dark under there and it'll be boring, but I'll show you guys the big stuff. So I'm going to work on getting the axle out now, and we'll try to keep you guys tuned up with what's going on. Safety first. So as you see, got the rear axle out. That actually come out pretty darn easy. I'm pretty happy about that. And I think it's an AAM rear axle. Most of these Chevys had AAMs. If you guys know what that axle is, make sure you leave a comment and tell me. Maybe like an AAM 10.5 or 9.5 or 9.25 or something. I don't really know, but you tell me what it is, I might sell it to somebody because it might as well get used for something. Let me show you one more thing before I crawl under there, start cutting again, getting a game plan together. I have been gathering some parts. Here's a piece of the puzzle I already got. So I had my father pick this up in Florida for me. Big thanks to him for getting that. This is the transfer case we're gonna have in this bad boy. Chain drive transfer case. So this is actually called a tombstone transfer case. I presume it's because it kind of is shaped like a tombstone, but it has a chain in there, and you got that little inspection cover. You can see there's a single drive cog chain in there, and this case is actually 3-to-1 ratio. So this is basically doing the same thing that the planetaries right here on this truck do, but it's doing them in the transfer case, because this truck is 1-to-1 in the transfer case up here, 3-to-1 in the planetary. This sucker here is 3-to-1, so this gives us gear ratio to where we can actually go out and have a little bit of power and stuff instead of just being super fast and having no power. This transfer case should help us. So a lot of go-to transfer cases in the old school trucks or ride trucks have always been 2.5-ton military transfer cases, because they were easy to come by and they were cheap and they just worked. They had two ranges. I think low range was 2-to-1 and high range was 1-to-1. Well, I was going to use a 2.5-ton case. I have, but we got talking about it. My father said how noisy the old 2.5-ton cases were. Scott Hess confirmed that in his barefoot truck, his Hercules truck that we drove. Yeah, it has a 2.5-ton case, and he said how loud it chattered. So I wanted to go for a little bit less noisy option and something that holds actually a little bit more oil. And this tombstone case will hold like 2 gallons of oil or something, so it shouldn't ever get warm. So that was why I went with that. It was already made. I didn't have to order it. It had been setting brand new. The guy hadn't put it in his truck yet, and I got it on a pretty good deal. So that's why I chose that. I know there's some mega truck naysayers in these tombstone cases. They say go with chain reaction cases or SCS or Profab. Everybody's got their thing. But we got a tombstone, and it's gonna go in that school bus. So only a few miscellaneous things to do to this old girl here, and then we can get out and test it when the weather breaks. Just odd and end stuff, just stuff that you just don't think about until the last minute. So I got some tinkering on that to do, but I really wanted to show you guys this project. I was pretty excited about this. Get this thing started. That way, hopefully by like mid-spring, it's ready to go. Come out and give you guys rides. You can ride along with us. And Ride Truck Ronnie, you know, that's what we're gonna call him, Ride Truck Ronnie. He's supposed to be piloting the thing. So thank you guys for watching our videos. Keep watching. Share the crap out of this thing, make our channel get bigger, and go buy some merch, support local business, and thank you to all of our sponsors as always. So we'll see you guys in the next video.